Hello everyone. So in this video I'm going to demonstrate about how we can create a Business Central container using a demo license. You can also use a developer license that you bought from Microsoft, but in this demonstration I'm going to use a demo license. So firstly, to install a Business Central container, there needs to be some programs running on your system, such as a Docker engine or a PowerShell module called BCContainerHelper. Also, you need to enable some features such as Hyper-V and containers. So firstly, let us just go through how we can install the Docker engine. So there are two ways in which you can install the Docker engine. The first one is via Docker desktop, and the second one is installing Docker engine independently. So the first step, if you install a Docker desktop, the Docker engine will be installed automatically and you don't have to do anything. But if you don't want the Docker desktop and you want only the Docker engine, then you can just install the Docker engine. So to install the Docker engine, firstly we need a package manager. In this I have shown how we can install a package manager called Chocolatey. You can just copy paste this particular command in your PowerShell. Firstly you need to run the PowerShell as an administrator, and then after that you can paste this command in your PowerShell and just run this command. After that you should be able to install the Chocolatey. Once the Chocolatey installed, you can verify if it is installed or not by just running this command. So I'll just run this command in my Windows PowerShell. I'll just run it as administrator, and here you can see Choco version. So yeah, 2.5.0 is installed on my system. Once that is installed, you can use this package manager to install the Docker engine. So here again I have provided a command which you can again paste in your PowerShell, and it should install the Docker engine. So once the Docker engine is installed, you can verify if it is running or in which state it is in by going to the services in your system. So I'm just going to the services. Here you can see all the services. I just type D, and here I should be able to find Docker engine. So in my system currently the Docker engine is in running status. So once the Docker engine service is running, you can actually enable these features. So these steps are independent of each other. You can do this enable a required Windows feature first, and then later you can install the Docker engine. So these are just independent of each other and they don't depend on one another. So to install the to enable the Windows features, Hyper-V and containers, you can just go to the features. Like here I have gone to this features, and here you can just find the Hyper-V. If it is not enabled, then you can enable also with the containers. So if it is not enabled, then you can just enable that. Once that is enabled, also there's also a scenario where you won't be able to find these containers and Hyper-V in your features. So in that case you can actually add them manually by running these batch files. So I have added both containers and Hyper-V batch file in this particular project. I'll also provide the link of this project in the description of this video. So here you can see there's a containers.bat and also there's hyper-v.bat. So you can clone or just zip this and download the zip file of this project. After that, once you unzip those, and these files will be available to you, and then after that you can just run these two files in administrator mode, and that should actually add these features to your Windows features, and after that you can just enable them. If they are already present, then you can just enable them. So once these features are enabled, you can go to again Windows PowerShell, run it as administrator. Once you do that, you can install the BC Container Helper by just doing install module and then name BC Container Helper. So you can just copy and paste this in your Windows PowerShell. Once the module is installed, you can import that module by using again one more PowerShell command, import module name BC Container Helper. So if you import the module, then you should see something like this on your Windows PowerShell. So once the BC Container Helper also installed, you can go to the create bc containers.ps1 script, which again is present in this project over here, and you can just run this particular script. You can run this script either just by copy pasting this in your PowerShell IDE. So this is, yeah, in this over here you can just copy and paste this. Also you need to make sure some variables are changed, like for example container name. Here you need to provide a container name, like if you want a container for BC26, you can give just BC26 demo or test or something like that. Also you need to provide the password. Again, you need to remove this placeholder. In this placeholders you can put the password. Once that is done, also you can put the username, and the authentication type that we are using is user password. That means when you are logging into Business Central, it will actually ask you username and password. So once you have put all these variables, then you can just click on this play button or click on this button. Then it will actually create a Business Central container for you. Also you can alternatively run this script in your VS Code. That is, you can just clone that particular project and you can go back to VS Code, and then you can just run that from VS Code. Also, there's an important point that you need to remember over here. For license files, a license file, you need to provide a path for this particular file. So when you zip or clone this file, you will also get this file as a part of project. Then you need to provide the path of this particular file over here. Once you have successfully created a container, it should actually create some shortcuts on your desktop. Like here you can see it created a BC26 demo web client. Earlier to this video, I have just created a container, so I can click on this and it should actually open a web client for me, and it is asking for username and password. So here I can give username and password, and it should actually log me into the web client. So I can actually access all the functionality from here. Like if I want to go to users, I can go to users, or if I want to go to customers, I can go to customers, or if I just wanted to create some purchase orders or do some production orders, anything that you want, you can just do that. So everything is available in this particular web client. So that's all for this video. Thanks.